What is going on, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we've got a news video. It's been a minute. We haven't really gotten much news as far as like new cards go in the most recent couple days, maybe almost like the last week it feels like. But today we do have Flame Noble Knight Renaud's effects revealed. This was the card from the V-Jump promo in the OCG, so we have no idea when we'll get this. Hopefully we'll just get everything imported at the same time from the Warrior Strike Structure Deck R here, because we are not getting those redone structure decks, but hopefully we'll just get the imported new cards at some point, and he'll be paired with them so we get it all at once. But he's a really interesting card. He's a level 1. He is a Fire Warrior. He has 500 attack and 200 defense. The stats are irrelevant for sure. These are his effects, though. So you can only special summon one card with this name by the way written on its first effect once per turn, and the second effect is a hard once per turn as well. So you can only just special summon it once using its first effect once per turn, and then the second effect is hard. There was both hard ones returns. I don't know why they worded it so weird. Whatever. We're moving on. First effect. If you control a Fire Warrior monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, it is treated as a tuner. Okay. Level 1 tuner. That could translate into needle fiber shenanigans. That could translate into some other stuff. Okay. I like that. And maybe just good synchro monsters. I don't know. Depends on what you're playing them in. Second effect, if this card is special summoned, you can target one of your Fire Warrior monsters or equip spells that is banished or in your graveyard, except for another copy of himself, and add it to your hand. Also, nice recursion effect. See, the problem with the recursion effect is, I feel like most of the time, you're not going to have anything in grave yet when you're trying to go for him. I mean, some of the examples I'm thinking of is like maybe trying to go into him to make Ice Sold, but to go Ice Sold, like you wouldn't have equipped anything yet and had it sent to grave, and you wouldn't have any Fire Warriors in grave yet to go like when you're dropping him. So the recursion effect is nice when it comes up. I'm just not sure how often it comes up outside of like the very specific deck it's supposed to come up in. But nonetheless, getting that one back and just being a body that jumps on board so easily is very, very nice. So I went through pretty much the entire list of every deck this could work in. A deck that plays Fire Warrior monsters, and that's pretty much it. Like, because if he can't summon himself, he's probably not worth playing. Right, like, you can't just play him in a generic equip spell deck, because how's he going to get special summoned to even get that recursion effect, right? He's not. So I looked through it, all the Fire Warrior cards in the game that this could be relevant for. One of the first one. Well, I guess we might as well start with the one it's supposed to be, which is like the Gemini / Fire Warrior archetype, the Warrior Strike stuff, the new Warrior Strike stuff with the Phoenix God Gearfried, and we've got the other Fire Noble Knight, Flame Noble Knight guy, and like the Evocator Chevalier, and like the new cards. It's like an equip spell Fire Warrior deck. It's a cool deck, but it's just it feels too like 5 years ago. Like it might have been okay 5 years ago. It's still very cool. I love their designs. I think Phoenix God Gearfried is a hell of a boss monster, but I don't think he can hold it down by himself right now where the game is. But still very, very cool. He definitely works them. That might be one of the only decks that this card could get that recursion back on turn 1. Whereas some of these, I'm not sure how easy that is, right? Another one is Battling Boxers. Now, I have no idea how Battling Boxers works. When I first saw them coming out of the XCs era, I was like, they look cool, but then I like read their effects, and I was like, none of them seem very good. Maybe they're better than I think, and maybe he could just be used for Isold Turbo. Really, in any of these decks, really. Just put a Fire Warrior on board and then drop him. There's your Isold. Then get dumping, get specialing, get searching. Do whatever you want. So for that, I guess he's nice. But I have no idea what kind of specific uses he'd have in Battling Boxers. Heroes was another one. They do have a couple of extra deck fire monsters and some main deck ones, but the main deck ones are like Burstinatrix and Blazeman. And you don't really want to play either of those in your deck right now. So I would say it's probably a pretty hard pass for heroes at the moment, unless they do get like we just got Liquid Man and we've gotten Solid Man. That's a Earth and a Water. Maybe we'll get new, better versions of them, and maybe a Fire that's actually decent. But we'll have to wait and see. Next up was Ignites. Ignites was one I looked at. The problem with Ignites is their Pendulum deck. They want to get monsters out. They want to link before they pen summon, in which case they don't even go to grave, and they don't play equips. So his secondary effect does nothing. I guess he could just be used as like Isold Turbo, but that's literally it. In which case I don't really think it's really worth. Like, you might just be better off like scaling 2, pen summoning out 2 or 3 more, and then making Isold and trying to pop off from there. Like, that's probably your best bet, honestly. But what do I know? Next one is Six Samurai. So this is even more interesting, especially because we are getting the new Link 2 very, very soon, right? I think in December this month we'll be getting the special edition for Chaos Impact, in which case him and the Scrap Link are getting imported, as well as Armory Call. Armory Call, inadvertently, as a coincidence, bring it up. It is a support card for the Gemini Warrior deck, as well as possibly Six Samurais, possibly Noble Knights, all them, but still. Yeah, Six Samurais are interesting if they become an Isold builder, or maybe you can use him as a turbo card because you're just trying to make your Link monster. And I'm not sure if the Link monster does it all by himself. Like, if he goes off, your deck goes off. Or maybe he needs one more card with him. But this card can at least get you into him, because I think he needs 2 monsters as long as one of them's a Six Sam, or 2 warriors. And this guy just fits that either way. There's a couple of fire Six Samurai monsters. I'm not sure if there's enough to warrant playing this guy. Like, you'd open him with another one often enough to make it worth. But it's a possibility, and that recursion could be nice. But we'll have to wait and see. That one I think does have a little more promise than the other ones. And the last archetype I wanted to look at was Lavels. I don't think Lavels have a win condition that like matters. So like, I think he could be nice if maybe, I don't know, if they decided to make just like a really busted Link 2 for Lavels, and like the problem for them was just getting into Link 2. This card could be a really nice card for that, if the card was like strong enough. But for now it's just interesting because they're fire warriors and nothing more. And the last card I wanted to look at was Mighty Flame Swordsman. That's the new Link monster we're going to be getting in Dual Overload. He takes any 2 warriors, but he is a fire warrior, so that would be one of those situations where if you could make him prior to going into Renaud, then you could special Renaud because he's on the field, because he's a fire warrior. He only takes 2 warriors. Then, assuming you used a fire warrior to make him, you'd be able to add that one back to hand, so you would be able to get that recursion effect while also getting the body on board. Nothing crazy, but it's just something to bring up if you're playing a warrior deck as is, which Mighty Flame Swordsman could be like a nice utility / like a transition piece for certain warrior decks, but just the only one that actually has the only actual Link monster that has synergy with him at the moment. That's pretty much it here. I just want to go over the quick things that I thought he could come up in. Just going down the line here. He's a really interesting card. He's just specific to fire warriors, which is cool. I think a lot of people like warriors. They like fire warriors. So I definitely expect to get more in the future, and we'll have to see where he truly can shine, because I think he does have some good potential. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on this card. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not yet, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!